Hope you all had a great weekend. Right back to the workouts. Just adjust this a little bit more. We're going to start off with cars, just like we always do. Get the body all warmed up a little bit and move through our joints. I'm going to stand up nice and tall. Lift the shoulders up to the earlobes. Lift up nice and high. Take a big breath into your belly. Again, deep breath, and then lower the shoulders down. We want to keep those shoulders down. Now, here's a couple things. We want to keep the shoulders down and not forward. Keep the shoulders back. So you want to keep the shoulders back and down at the same time. You're going to bring your right hand onto the belly, left hand onto the lower back. And then when you inhale through your nose, you're going to try and take that breath really deep into your body as far as you can. Hold when your lungs are full for about a second or two, and then fully exhale. So we'll go through a full breathing cycle, both inhale and exhale, with a short pause in between. And then maybe even take your hands off to the sides and try and breathe into the sides of your body, left and right side. Again, the breath is deep, so we're trying to keep the chest area really calm as we breathe more into this area down here. Now, of course, we're just breathing into our lungs, but energetically speaking, we're trying to really fill the lungs up so they expand quite deeply. It's quite amazing to think that our lungs, if we unravel all of the tissue, there's enough surface area there to cover an entire tennis court. It is incredible at the absorption of the lung tissue. Again, breathing out a few times, and now we're going to take the arms to the side. Just rest the arms down, keep the elbows straight. Now you can have the arms actually even behind you, and the intention here is to keep these shoulders down and not have them pop up. So whatever position works well for you here, go ahead and do that. And then you're going to turn your head to the left. Exaggerate the movement all the way to the left side so that the right side gets the stretch. And then you come back to center, look over to the right, allowing the left side to get that stretch. Again, we want to keep those shoulders down. Back to center, look up, straight up. And then you're going to tip your head a little bit side to side. Maybe close your eyes if your balance is good, and you just hold here. Rock the head side to side. Now you're going to look down and then turn the head a little bit side to side while you're looking down to the floor. All right, and then we look back up again. Now we're going to just do some head circles. Turn the head to the left, drop the ear to the shoulder, look up and around to the ceiling all the way. To the right and then down to the floor. And we're trying to create a circular-like movement. And this allows us to just move in through full range of motion. So about 3 times on the one side, then I go to center, turn the head to the right, dropping ear to shoulder, and then look up on to the other side. All the way. Make sure you're breathing deeply as you're going through these movements. Okay, back through center. Now we're going to do a little bit of that exaggerated stretch. I'm going to keep the right arm tucked behind me and then hold on to the side of the head as I look up and just stretch this out. I'm trying to be very mindful to create slow movements so that we have full range of motion, getting a nice stretch. And then we look down to the floor. The tension level here is not more than 4 or 5 out of 10. So I feel a really nice stretch here. Take your time, look through the underarm. Notice how the stretch changes when you move your head in different directions, locations. Ooh, okay. Wow, that feels good. A little tight for me on the right side. Then switch the arms, the left arm back, turn the head to the right. And I'm going to just give that a little bit of a tug and look up to the ceiling. Make sure you're breathing the whole time in and out. Then we start to look down to the floor. Get a nice stretch happening in this position, and then we start to look through the underarm. And then we release and come back to center. Okay, let's bring the arms just to the side, resting on the side. The elbows are straight. We're going to lift the shoulders up and down a few times. Range of motion here again is really good to just see how that feels. So you move up and down a few times. Now I'm going to take these shoulders up and back and down and around. So full circle and circular movements are what creates that full range of motion. All the way up and around. And I'll take it in the other direction. So forward, back, and the other way. All right, good stuff. We're going to lift the arms straight ahead, and let's just move through the fingers now. Let's make a fist from side to side, changing hands. Let's get the fingers really spread wide here. Open, close. All right, let's make the fists and move through extension flexion. So you're going to press one fist down, one fist up, and then you alternate between that. Again, doing it slowly moves into fullest range of motion. And then side to side for lateral extension flexion, side to side. And a little bit of an additional stretch here into extension. Hold on to the fingers, press the heel of the hand forward. So it's a pressing type forward here. Press, arms straight, fingers back. Good strong range of motion. Flexion, and then we just draw the fingers back a little bit. So you're going to feel this on the top. Switch the hands. We do this left side, so I'm pressing the left arm straight and forward as I pull the fingers back a little bit. And not too much on the tension level, just a good 4 or 5 should be pretty good. And then flexion. All right, now I'm going to bring the hands together, palms touch, elbows close into your body. I'm going to move through figure 8. A nice slow figure 8 movement through the wrists here. Just try and keep the elbows tight in the body for now. Other directions, I'm going to take it in the other direction as well. And then we'll slowly move the elbows and shoulders into it also. So just pick a direction. I'll go this way. And then other direction. Let's take the elbows up to shoulder height and move through our wave-like action. And nice and slow as I move through this. And then we'll go in the other direction. All right, and then we drop the arms down. Bring your left hand on top of the chest. Lift the right arm straight up. Now again, the idea is to get the arm back, 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 back. No spinal movement, so you don't want to lean back, because then you're leaning back and then the arm's not doing any more work. So reach back as far as you can go, and then you're going to go straight down, hold, and start to go back. Again, don't lean forward, stay tall. Just take the arm through as much range of motion as you possibly can. So I can go quite a bit here, it's not bad. And then up. This is the one that tends to be tight for most of us, this external and upper rotation, because we spend less time in this position than we do in this position. So if you think about this, this is an internal forward rotation. If you're on electronics or sitting a lot, this is the movement that you're in. So this is easier. And this then becomes a bit more challenging to go in the other direction. You can always put your hand up against the wall and step into it as well if you need a little bit more of extension. Now the arm goes to the side. Same thing applies here. You drag the arm all the way across without moving your body, and then you open up. without turning your body. Okay, so just the arm movement. The shoulder girdle consists of the head of the shoulder blade, and the collarbone. They work together. Up, down, straight, out, and back. Can you isolate this movement freely without any torso movement? Okay, I'm going to drop the arm down. I'm going to switch to the other side, right hand high up on the chest. This just keeps the chest fairly level here. And we go up, 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 up. As high as you can go. And then you go all the way back, back, back. Again, don't lean forward. Pretty decent range of motion here, not too bad. And then I go back up again. This is a little bit tighter. And then back through neutral. So the arm goes straight ahead, then we off to the side, drag it in front, and lift. Just testing out the range of motion through the entire shoulder socket here. Okay, up to center, up, side, back and front. Again, this is just a kind of a freestyle movement here. I'm doing it slow. So I'm trying to isolate the arm movement without anything else going on. Okay, and then back one more time this way. Good. Okay, we're going to move through our spine now. A little bit of upper body, and then we'll move through lower body. Actually, before we do that, let's just press into the shoulder a little bit more. You're going to bend the knees slightly, just resting the hands onto the legs. I'm going to press the right shoulder forward and pull the left shoulder back. Now my left leg is a little bit more bent, and the right leg is, the right leg is a little bit more bent. The left leg is straight. So there's a bit of pelvic rotation here as well. The right shoulder forward, and then the left shoulder. Another way to do this is you try and keep your legs completely neutral and move just the upper body as much as you can. Again, right shoulder forward quite a bit. Left shoulder forward. I'm definitely tighter on this side. I don't have as much mobility, so it's harder for me to get my left shoulder forward. So if I was doing a golf swing, for instance, this would be my backswing. So I would have a very limited range of motion. I would not have the full ability without my body actually kicking into it. And then the other side for the follow through in the backswing. And back to neutral. Okay, we're going to take the hands up behind the head. So fingertips just lightly grazing here. I'm going to look up, take a big breath in, and then roll forward. Maybe touch the elbows to the legs. Then you come all the way back up and open, and then close. And really exaggerate this movement. Open up, nice wide. So very broad here across the collarbone. And right back down again. And then up, down. Just cycle through a few of these. Big range of motion as much as you can. Okay, do the last one here as I open, and then pelvic tilt. So the pelvis, remember the pelvis. When you tilt forward, you're going to dump the water out. When you tuck back is when you contain the water. So think about your tailbone right back here, tucking under. It's this little scooch, a little tuck under. The abdominal muscles contract and create that little tuck. Okay, so that's the activation. And here we go. So we're going to turn to the side a little bit, and then we'll just tuck and tilt. The tilt is what gives me that arch. And then the tuck is what straightens out the lower back. And as much range of motion as you can create here is really good for pelvic mobility and balance. We want to have as much range of motion through this as we possibly can. The more range of motion that we're able to maintain throughout our body, the more efficiently we can move around through the course of the day. Not fatigue as quickly. And last one, there we go. Okay, that's the last one. Now we're going to bring the hands over onto the waist. Let's take the feet roughly hip or shoulder distance, whatever feels good. Now I'm going to just rock a little bit side to side. I'm rocking off the bottoms of the feet, moving onto the edge of the feet, but still maintaining balance fairly well. Come back to center. You're going to lift your heels and toes. So heels go up first, and then toes go up after. So heels up, toes up. Heels and toes, up and down. Just rock the movement. And good stuff. Okay, back down. And this time we're just going to circle it out. So nice big circle here. Go in one direction. And let's go in the other direction. Great stuff, looks good. All right, okay, let's come back to center. Okay, we're going to stretch the foot out a little bit. So you're gonna lift the heel on the right side, bring the toes underneath you a little bit, crunch down on those toes, maybe move the foot around if that feels good. Tension level 2 or 3 out of 10, not too much is required here as we bring some length to the knuckles of the toes here of the foot. Move around a little bit, lift, move the toes around, and switch to the other side. Left heel up, crunch the toes under here. Maybe move the foot if that feels good. A little massage here of the toes. All right, now we're going to move through our clock movement. If you recall this one, the right leg goes forward to 12 o'clock. You can either slide the big toe all the way across as you go back and behind you. You're trying to stay as tall and upright as you can without leaning forward. So we're engaging the muscles through the back here to go all the way forward through the digits of the clock. Or if you start at 12, you can lift your foot and go to 1. Lift your foot and go to 2, and so on as you move your way through the digits of the clock. When you start to get to 4, notice if you're leaning forward or if you could stay back. Lift the leg until you get to 6, and then you work your way back. Of course, the leg can move quite nicely on the side and quite a bit more when we get to the front. These are just the more regular movements that we do. So we want to challenge our body to create these other type movements where the leg starts to go to the back and then lift. I do find this very challenging. There's just not a lot of range of motion that I have. Some of you may probably have more. So I just try and do the best that I can with the range of motion that I have. Just one more. I'm going to move to the back. I'm going to move forward. And switch. Okay, we're going to switch and do the other side. Remember, there's no wrong answer. This is just a thing. There's no right or wrong way to do it. We just try and stand up tall, keep our body challenged through the movement as much as possible. So look straight ahead. No need to look down. Let's go from 12, and this time we work our way through 11 and 10 and so on as we work back again to 6 on the other side on the bottom here. And then I work my way back. Hold on to something if balance is an issue. Try and get the leg off the floor when you're going digit to digit. Yeah, definitely challenging as the leg starts to go back, and certainly a lot easier when the leg goes forward. Again, fullest range of motion as much as you can do. And then back to center. Okay, we're going to do just one more here for the toes as we lift the heel. Crunch the toes under. Let's do an internal rotation with that slight bend in the knees. Just stretch that out a bit. Not too long, just a few seconds here, 20 seconds or so. Just get a nice little stretch at the top of the foot. Take the weight out externally rotate, press in a little bit. And almost there, a few more seconds. And now we're going to lift the leg up and move the toes around and switch. Let's crunch the toes on the left side. A little bit of an internal rotation. And then we'll just step out of this and move to an external rotation. And we'll bring the leg back to that neutral middle position, lift the leg up, move your toes around, and that's it. Okay, have a sip of water, everyone. I'll switch our stuff up here, and we're gonna get set for our 20 minutes of cardio. So a quick sip of water, change of music, and then we'll get going into our cardio series this morning. Okay. Once you're all ready to go, gang, let's just start. That 20 minutes starts real quick and ends real quick. Here we go, get our timer on, stopwatch on, boom, start. Standing position, nice and tall, just march, march, march. Arms and legs moving, with or without a weight. Remember, I'm not gonna go too quickly, I'll just do the movements with you today. We're gonna do roughly about 45 seconds of alternating movements with a 15-second marching break in between. Let's just pick it up. Again, another toasty one down here this morning at Primal. This MMA studio heats up. Oh, when they're down here doing their thing, wow, it's quite the sweat fest. First minute is just a solid warm up to get the arms, legs moving, get the heart rate up a little bit. Remember, challenge your body to move rapidly, slowly, mix it up. Intermittent movement is really what we're moving for and what we're shooting for. So you go quick, 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 and then maybe slow it down a little bit, and then pick it up again. This alternating intermittent movement is really what keeps the heart efficient, keeps the whole cardiovascular system super efficient as we move fluids around, move air around. Just go here a little bit more. We're going to kick those knees up, get the arms moving. And you're going to try and breathe through your nose for as long as you can through this 20-minute cardio movement practice. Okay, 15 more seconds. You're on the yoga mat. You're going to go onto the back of the yoga mat or the back of your space and just walk front to back onto that mat. Arms and legs move. You're moving front to back. Avoid looking down. When you look down, you start to lean forward. Stay tall. Great stuff here. 10 more seconds or so. Lots of shoulder stuff happening today. We're going to hit the shoulders today for some strength work in a few moments. Back to center now. And let's just pick that up. So shoulders today, that's the theme of our Monday. Shoulder shapers. So not only shape, but also functional strength, functional movement. All right, how about side to side? Let's pick it up side to side. Remember, little steps, big steps, fast speed, slow speed. So you pick it up. Maybe a couple of big steps. A couple little steps. Side to side to side. So I'm bringing the feet together. Feet together. Engages everything onto the side mechanism of our legs and hips. All right, and now we go back to center to reset. Pick up that pace. A little bit extra long here. That's it, just march it out. I'm gonna go a little bit further in this march. Fast and slow, break it up, fast and slow. A few more seconds. All right, we're going to move into a more of a lunge type position, leg back and then leg forward. Okay, so leg back and forward. Fast and slow. Use your yoga mat or the space to go side to side. Then arms move. Fast, slow, break it up. Knees can bend a lot, they can bend a little bit, or something in between. Mix it up. 10 more seconds. Great job, everybody. Looks good, looks good. Back to center. And we reset. Okay, big overhead arm circles. Keep your elbows straight at the arm here, or at the elbow. Fast and slow. Break it up.
Keep your hands in the air to this. Get up. Get up. Keep your hands in the air to this. Get up. Get up. Get up. Keep your hands in the air to this. Get up. Keep your hands in the air to this.
Break it up between fast and slow. Knees move rapidly. Drop the arms back down and back to your march. All right, we're going to move side to side, modified jumping jack with no jump, just a little side to side. And side to side, any speed. Maybe real quick. Broken up by a little bit slower. Big step.
Get up. Keep your hands in the air to this. Get up. Keep your hands in the air.
10 more seconds. And arms down, back to reset. We're going to do single leg. Start off with the left. So you step out and back. Same side. You bend, come back. Bend, come back. Yeah, mix it up between fast and slow. Our shoulders are going to be on fire today because mine already, woo, burning up. Few more seconds on this one side. Back to center, reset. We're gonna get ready for the other side. And set, here we go. Other side. Any speed, any amount, big step, little step. I feel like Jack LaLanne. All I need is a juicer. Remember Jack? All you gotta do is juice. Oh yeah, all that sugar. Here we go. Last one. Back to reset. Okay, 10 minutes, done. 10 more minutes to go. Let's go, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. Challenge your body for the last 10 minutes. Legs wide. Okay, legs gonna rest, turn and punch. Rapid movement. Punch, 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 punch. Let's go. Legs aren't doing much, so we transfer everything up to the upper body. Nice side to side, 15 seconds. Five more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back center. Let's go. Lift the right arm up. Left hand onto the right knee. Tap, tap, switch, tap, 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 quick. Great job, everybody. Kick those knees really high. Remember, you're standing straight. No leaning forward if you can. And we want to kick the knees up for that quick tap. 10 more seconds. Arms down, reset. We're going to take the right leg forward, a little bit of a lunge position. Bend your knees. Punch down, to the wall, to the ceiling, back to the wall, back to the floor. Okay, full range of motion punching. Up, up, up. Punch, punch, punch. Mix it up between fast and slow. I'm looking up the whole time. Even when I'm punching down, I'm still kind of looking up a little bit. Just trying to keep my body straight here. 10 more seconds. Punch, punch, punch. So you pull the elbows back and then punch it down. Punch, punch, punch. Okay, back to neutral. Often we do these little punches. You want full range of motion when you're punching. I'm going to switch, do the other side with the left leg going forward. Again, pull the elbows back and then extend the arm for the punch. Punch, 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 punch. Some of this music lends itself really well to punching type action, right? Punch, 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 punch. 20 more seconds. Full range of motion. 10 more seconds. A little bounce into the legs as well. Whew, okay, tiring, okay. Back to center. Nice job, everybody. Let's keep it up. I'm going to take the legs a little wider. I'm going to try and touch the floor. So the arms go straight up, bend the knees, touch the floor, come on up and down, up and down.
Welcome to your life. There's no turning back.
20 more seconds.
We will find you acting on your best behavior. Turn your back on Mother Nature. Everybody wants to rule. Everybody wants to rule.
And we bring the legs back. 15 minutes done. We've only got 5 minutes left to go. Let's go. Rapid pace here for the last 5 minutes. Right arm up, touch the heel on the left, and then switch heel kicks. Break it up, fast and slow movement.
Help me make the most of freedom and the pleasure. Nothing ever lasts forever. Everybody wants
20 more seconds. Now pick it up a little bit faster.
There's a room where the light won't find you. Holding hands while the walls come tumbling down. When they do, I'll be right behind you. Everybody wants to rule.
Now the arms drop back to neutral. Good job. Gonna lift the elbows up, hands behind your head. Same side, knee up to elbow. And big kick, little kick. Fast and slow, mix it up. Twenty more seconds.
I can't stand this indecision. Married with a
10 more.
everybody wants to rule. Everybody wants to rule.
Whew, arms drop down. Back to march. Okay, let's go into more of a squatting position. Bend your knees. Punch down. Punch forward. Punch up. Punch forward. Punch down. Nice vigorous action, front to back here. Punch, punch, punch. Fifteen more seconds. Punch, 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 punch. A few more seconds. Last one, bring your legs back, let's go. Wrapping up very soon. We want to just go real quick now for the last couple of minutes or so. Whew, it's hot. Okay, I'm gonna go again, side to side, and then mix it up, side to side to side to side. Move the arms, move the legs. Arms, legs move, move side to side. Good job. 20 more seconds. Lots of movement here. Again, fast or slow. Break it up. Big steps, little steps. Challenge your body to move with as much range of motion for 10 more seconds here. Now I'm going to come back to center. This is our last and final minute. So get really solid here. Start to move rapidly. I'll let you know when the 30 comes up, 30 seconds, and then you really pick it up for the last 30. And then turbocharge for the last 10. Last 30 seconds. Starting right about now. 30 seconds. Final 30. Come on, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. 15 seconds. Challenge this last 10 seconds. Ready, set, here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and done. Great job, everybody. Okay. Whew. Nicely done. All right, we're going to turn that down. We're working shoulders today, and before we even get started on shoulders today, I'm going to show you a little technique that I would like for all of us to incorporate when doing shoulder work. Okay. Catch my breath here. If you're breathing really heavy, just like me, close your mouth and breathe through your nose as best as you can. It will slow your heart rate down. Okay. The first movement is a fairly simple movement, but we're going to go to the technique that I would like to show you on this one. So this is a hinged raise. All we're doing, if you remember when we started, we had the hand up here and we were lifting the arm up. We're going to do the same thing. That was opening range of motion. Now what we're going to do is just lift some weight to strengthen that movement. But here's what I'd like to draw your attention to when we do shoulder work. So typically what happens, if you lift a weight like this, the head of the shoulder rolls forward because of the weight. This is going to cause an impingement right around here, the bony structure, where tissue starts to rub against the bone. So what we want to do before we lift the arm up, you want to lift the shoulder up, pull it back. Remember how we do these rotations? You lift up, drop the shoulder down, keep it down, then lift the arm. So it's never doing this. It's always staying down. This is what it looks like in the full movement. Okay, now you can bring your feet together and hinge forward or have one leg forward, one leg back. I'm going to take the weights with the palms facing back, roll the shoulders back and down, keep them down as I lift the weight up. And then I come back down. And if I find that my shoulder still feels like this, I'm going to reset before I lift. This is super important to keep that shoulder healthy and that tissue not rubbing up against the bony structures inside more where the collarbone is. So you come down. If you need to reset, you do that and then lift. And then we do the movement for about 45 seconds and you can reset those shoulders back and down every single time if you need to. The more you lean forward, the heavier the weight is, the more the shoulders need to be reset, especially when you lean forward so they don't roll forward. So there's a lot of technique involved in this type of movement. You can alternate side to side or do both at the same time. Alternating just takes longer to do the same exercise because you're doing them left and right versus the two. 10 more seconds. Again, roll the shoulders back, really important, and then lift the arms. Okay, do your last one. We'll move into the second one. We're doing about 6 different movements, I believe, today. Okay, this is a hinged type of a movement. So we're going to bring both arms up. The elbows are bent in this position, okay? In this position. And all we're going to do is leave one arm up, close it up, open the other, drop, and then lift. So we're working the side muscles now of the shoulder. And you can do both if you like, or balance one and switch. If you wanted to add an upper body movement, you can also hinge forward a little bit, makes it more challenging. Or you can lift one leg up if you wanted to balance as well. Okay, so balancing is another option. Falling is an option too. Same thing applies. If your shoulders roll forward, the weight might be too heavy. Roll the shoulders back, stand up straight, and then lift. And this focuses all attention onto the proper shoulder muscles. Okay, and then we'll stop that one. That was number 2. These are all online for you to repeat. This is a cross-body action movement. Okay, we're going to lift the arms more in a star shape. Arms come this way. I drag the arm down, open, across, open. Again, across and open. So the options here are same thing. Lean forward, makes the weight so much heavier, or balance, maybe one leg up. And just do one arm. Balance or no balance. One more. Up and drop the weights. Okay, roll the shoulders around a little bit. Let the blood circulate in that space. Next movement is, again, a bent over fly, single arm. So I am going to hinge forward at the hip crease, not rounding the spine. Bring the weights forward. You're going to lift one, lift the other, lift both. Come back. Lift one, lift the other, lift both. The feet can be in line, or you can also have one leg back if you like. So you alternate between single arm, both arms, single arm. 10 more seconds. And so if you notice your shoulders are rolling up towards your earlobes, drop those shoulders down, move just the arm. Shoulder work, the technique in shoulder work is very important to keep in mind, just because of all of the potential for little pulls and tears in the shoulder. Okay, last one, and then we take a quick break. Okay, the last one will be the Arnold press. You're going to lift the weights up to shoulder height. Open, press, come back. Now I like to add a bicep curl to this, so I'm going to straighten the arms, bend, open, press, come back. Back to center. So add a bicep curl. Press up. Again, you can balance on this movement as well. I'm going to do 5 more seconds. Last big push. And all done. Happy Monday, everybody. We're all done. Great job. Full workout this morning for shoulders. And get online and repeat. I am sweating buckets down here. Woo. Good workout this morning. Thank you, everybody. Have a fabulous Monday.
Have a good day.
Thank you. I'll see you all Wednesday morning. Thank you.
Sounds
Bye-bye.
good.
Thank you.